यान्तर्गतम् पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिर्भूतं यथा निग्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोध समये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः माया कल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतम् मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वय स्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकम् असत्कल्पार्थकं भाषसे साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो भूत् sorry 1 minute please. यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकम् असत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यः साक्षात् करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भो निधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नानाछिद्रघटोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभात्येतत् समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलान् बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ता वृषंवादिनः माया शक्ति विलास कल्पित महाव्यामोह संहारिणे तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्त दिवाकरेन्दु सदृशो माया समाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतो यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोध समये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपि जागृतादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानं व्यावृत्तास्वनुमर्तमानमहमित्यन्तः सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जाग्रति वा य एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये भूरम्भान्स्य नलो नीलोऽम्बरम् अहरनाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत् किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्माद् विभोः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिंस्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूति सहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्ध्ये तत्पुनरष्टधा परिणतं च ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम् Now we'll chant Gita Dhyanam, then go into Bhagavad Gita. Parthaya pratibodhitam bhagavata Narayanena swayam Vyasena gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvam Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullaravindaaya Tapatra Netra येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं वहते वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पल शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनीं सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाज्ञानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पतैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। अथ एकादशोऽध्यायः। It is called Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. So Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Vishwarupa Darshana Yogo Nama Ekadashodhyayah. We have studied up to verse number 43. We'll study from 44 onwards. Maybe in a few weeks we'll complete this before we go into chapter 12. A brief look into what we have studied so far, particularly with respect to chapter 11. We are used to, or we have been brought up in what is called a certain atmosphere where we have Ekarupa Ishvara Upasana. That is, I see Ishvara in a form, a given form. And we have various forms. There is no limit to forms. There are a number of forms. But these forms fall under 6 basic categories. We have done this, but never mind repeating so that we get it firmly into our system. 6 basic forms. One is worship of elements, Sauryam. That is, you see Surya, Chandra, Vayu, Agni. All these are Ishvara, forms of Ishvara. Then you have Ganapatyam. Ganapatyam is Ishvara invoked in the form of half an animal, half a human being. Ganapati, Hayagriva, Narasimha. So partly animal, partly human. Third comes Balyam. You invoke Ishvara in a child form. So Balakrishna, Unikrishna, Bala Tripura Sundari, So you have Bhavyam. Then comes what is called fourth. It is called Vaishnavam. Okay. Sorry, yeah, before Vaishnavam, make up Shaktam. Shaktam is invoking Ishvara in the form of a woman, in a woman's form. Shaktam. So you have Lakshmi, Parvati, Durga, and then various other devatas and deities have come out of that. Then comes Vaishnavam. Vaishnavam is invoking Ishvara in the form of a human being. Vaishnavam. And the last one is in the form of a linga. Linga is a symbol, a pratika. So, the first one, elements worship, and the last one, linga worship, are called pratika upasana. That means you have a symbol which you worship. The other 2, 3, 4, 5 are called pratima upasana. Pratima means you have a form, a clear form, an animal form, a human form, half animal, then they have a woman's form. So pratika upasana, pratima upasana. This is what we are brought up into. We are brought up in this. Arjuna included. So all of us were. So Arjuna had Krishna playing along with him. But he was also brought up in the idea that Krishna is not necessarily God. There are other gods. So this is the background from which we have all grown up. And what do we want? We all want Ishvara Darshanam. You want to have a Sakshatkara. You want to see Muruga. You want to see Gadapati. You want to see Parameshwara. You want to have Pratyaksha Darshanam of Ishvara. Suppose you have it. Suppose you have the Pratyaksha Darshanam. You want to convince others that you had the Pratyaksha Darshanam. You are not satisfied that you had the Darshan. Imagine we are doing some study right now. And at midnight you are studying something, you wake up and you have Shiva sitting next to you, had a nice conversation and Shiva went away. You are not satisfied. You have to wake up your wife, you have to wake up the spouse, children and say, see, Shiva has come, I am having darshanam with Shiva. So what you have a pratyaksha, you want it validated also. So you want pratyaksha. Arjuna also wanted a certain pratyaksha. But then, during the course of the study, he understood Ishvara differently. In fact, it is not differently. He had understood Ishvara only as Ekarupa Ishvara. From that Ekarupa Ishvara, he went into Vishwarupa Ishvara. Ishvara has the whole Srishti available in front of you. The problem with Ekarupa Ishvara, like Krishna, Muruga, Devi, whatever, there are some problems. They are not available all the time. Krishna Avatar is not available now. That's why you have him in a Murti form. Rama Avatar is not available. There was a time when Rama Avatar was available. So, the Avatara, the Ekarupa Ishvara, is not available for you all the time. Next, being Ekarupa, he possibly has to take care of so many bhaktas. So, this Ekarupa Ishvara falls under the limitation of available now, not available later. Available here or elsewhere, not available elsewhere. It falls into these limitations. Then you inquire into these limitations, your Ishvara Darshanam does not hold water. Okay, if Ishvara is everywhere, how is it that he is here and he is not there? How can he be present in all these places? So we have a lot of questions, troublesome questions, which are even more troublesome and difficult to answer. So, as a student who has moved from the primary stage to a second level stage, you learn to see the permanent Ishvara available in front of your eyes. Pratyaksha Ishvara available in front of you now, here and now. it calls for a certain focal length adjustment. Okay, let's try. I'm going to ask you to do a small mathematics, not mathematics, arithmetic one. Okay? I'll just give you. Okay, I'm going to give you a number. 103,680. 1,03,680 is the number. What you have to do, you have to hold your hand like this. Don't start doing now, do it later. Okay? And you have to do this. You have to do it 1,03,680 times per day. Can you? Even as you do 100, this whole place will start paining. But there is something in your system which does this. 72 into 60 into 24 is 1,03,680 is your heartbeat. Without a break. How old are you now? Some people are in their 30s. Some people are in their 60s. Some people are in their 70s. Some have even touched 80. Multiply 1,03,680 into so many years. Without a break, it has been doing this. Okay? So, dub, lub, dub, lub, dub, dub, lub, 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 dub. It has been doing without fail. That's why we are all able to sit and listen to this Gita Upasana, Gita Pravachan. We are able to listen. Now, does the heart ever rest? They say in between the beats it rests. We appreciate it as a medical, what do you call it? A biological, anatomical phenomena on which study has been made. You can treat ailments to the heart. Now, it is possible to treat only when there is a pattern. Suppose there is no pattern. Today it is 1,03,680. Tomorrow it is some 10 lakh something. Day after tomorrow it is 1. The next day it doesn't beat at all. Does it happen like that? You know, this is the pattern. These are the muscles. Where does the muscle strength get its strength from? One, it pumps blood throughout the system. It also pumps blood into its cell, through which it collects oxygen so that it is able to function efficiently. Okay. So, in our Vedanta terminology, we look at it as a phenomenon. Okay? A phenomenon which follows a particular order. It follows a certain order. It follows a certain law. And the law is infallible. It doesn't fail at all. It is infallible. Now, the Vedic Drishti says this law, this phenomenon, don't just dismiss it as nature or something like that. This phenomenon, this means knowledge, total knowledge. This knowledge rests on a conscious being. So for me, the beating of the heart is a manifestation of that conscious being. It's a manifestation. You want to see you want to see Sakshat Ishvara now? Touch your heart and feel. Your heart beats. It is a manifestation of Ishvara. This is the vision. You move from the primary to the advanced stage. You have this vision that this heartbeat itself is a phenomenon. And that phenomena is a manifestation of Ishvara's order. Now, like this manifestation, like this phenomena, the world has many such phenomena, uncountable phenomena. The huge simply count. I mean, you just can't enumerate. That's why Krishna said in the previous chapter, I cannot enumerate everything. I will give you not even a list. I can't give you all, but I'll give you a fairly exhaustive list of my phenomenon. Of my phenomenon. Let's look at one more phenomenon. This is how you admire. You see Ishvara's presence everywhere. Ishvara's presence doesn't mean that Krishna is sitting all over this place. You see the manifestation of Ishvara's laws in everything around you. Okay? July 15th onwards, we are in Dakshinayana. The earth axis is tilted like this, and now the earth from the north of the sun is moving towards the south of the southerly direction. So season changes happen, autumn will take place. Thereafter, after Sharad Ritu, you will have Shita, Hemanta Ritu, and then you will have Shita Ritu, Hemanta Ritu, these Ritus will come. Then again, you will have the sun moving the other way. The earth spins at a particular speed. It moves around the sun at a particular speed. So it's an infallible order. When I see this infallible order, the order must have a certain law. The law is in the form of complete knowledge. This knowledge rests on a conscious being. So going of the earth around the sun is a phenomena which is a manifestation of Ishvara's order. Ishvara is not different from his order. I see it as a manifestation of Ishvara himself. Ishvara is never away from his order. So I see it as Ishvara's order. Look at our own systems. I talked about heart. You look at any part of the body. Any part of the 4 fingers together, 1 finger apart. Suppose you did not have this. Okay, suppose I did not have. I want to take a sip of water. How will I do it? This one, so easy. A phenomenon. Eyes, phenomena. Hearing, phenomena. Breathing, phenomena. Anything for that matter. You look at your own, the construction of the teeth. There are incisors which tear. Okay. Then you have the canines which tear it some more. It is pushed to the molar where it is ground. And as it is ground, drops of water, saliva comes so that it's properly placed and then it goes into the right. There are two. There is a small glottis, glottis which covers the pipe into which it should go. If it goes into the wrong pipe, you had it. Look at that phenomena. So the Vedic vision is I am able to look at Ishvara's presence in everything that happens around me. And when Krishna presented this to Arjuna, Arjuna said, please do something. I want to see all your phenomena in one place. This is called, it's a difficult bargain. I want to see all the phenomena in one place. So Krishna says, it's very difficult. But anyway, because you have asked, and you are a true bhakta, you understand, you are not asking this for the sake of, proving me wrong or anything like that, or just to show off. You want certain clarity, which you alone can have. In the same way, all of us, when we are looking at Vishwarupa Darshana, we need a certain clarity here. We can complete 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's not a big deal. But unless I have the clarity here, it's not going to work properly. So that's the clarity we want to have. And Krishna in the previous so many shlokas tried to give, not tried, gave Arjun the clarity. Having got the clarity, Arjun, he is thrilled. He says, my God, Krishna, I took somebody who is standing with me driving my chariot around and we playing goli and cricket together and things like that. And my God, I didn't realize that you are not only a teacher, but you are able to reveal the entire Vishwarupa to me. What a phenomenon you are yourself. So that's why we heard the glorifying of the phenomenon. See, when you meet a teacher, and when the teacher reveals the phenomena to you, and when it makes sense, I'll tell you it's an experience. It is not just an experience, that is what is called opening the third eye. And Kabir said, Guru Gobind do tade kaake lagu pa balihari Guru aapne Govind diyo bataye Kabira Govind diyo bataye. You made me see Govinda. Govind diyo bataye. He didn't Govind diyo dikhaye nahi bataya. You told me how I relate to Govinda. Balihari Guru apane. Otherwise I would have been lost. So that's why the presence of a Guru is anivarya, without exception. You have no choice but to go to a Guru. Because only the Guru can reveal this vision to you. And when the Guru reveals this vision to you, it is called opening of the third. It doesn't happen by pressing your forehead or something like that or making you see lights. It is an insight into Ishvara. Believe me, personally, we all learnt it from a Mahatma called Sri Swami Dayananda Saraswati, whose Mahasamadhi happened a few days ago, in which I put in the group. We actually saw Swamiji teach and made this vision clear to us. So what is coming to you is only the teachers, the Guru Parampara's teaching. So having revealed this, Arjuna is fascinated. And he says, and so the verses up to 43 were glorifying Krishna. That's why he said in the previous verse number 43, Arjuna said, Pitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya pujascha gurur gariyan natvat samostya adhika kunkutonyaha lokatrayepya pratima prabhava. So he says Gariyan. Gariyan means greater than the great. Okay. For sometimes words fail you. Adjectives fail you. So that's why you say superlative, super se upper. We use all these expressions. Okay, these days there's a common expression all of us use. Awesome. So what happens to more than awesome? Awesome se bhi upper. You have to use all these expressions. So he says, you are Pita of the Loka. Pita in the sense, a father means you have nourished this entire Srishti. Chara, Achara, the moving ones and the non-moving ones. You have nourished all of them. When I see moving objects, see, this is how you appreciate, okay? When you see moving things, like life forms, okay? Including planets move. When you see life forms, you appreciate the Chaitanya Swarupa of Ishvara there. And when you see static forms, you appreciate the material form of Ishvara there. It is a permanent, how can Ishvara ever be far away from you? You appreciate Ishvara in everything around you. And he says, Tvamasya Pujasya, one who has given me this vision, one who is the Pita of everything. You are Puja Arha, you are worthy of Puja. Guru Dariyan, there cannot be a Guru like you. What Samotya Abhya adhika, they can't find somebody equal to you. What are you talking about greater than you? I can't even imagine somebody as equal to you. Forget greater. When the Guru reveals, this is what you feel. So when you see the bhakti, we say, oh, not nobody like our Swamiji. Nobody like our Swamiji means nobody could have given me the clarity that he gave me. As I can't imagine learning from anybody else because the clarity. He is as though addressed only my need. That is the beauty. When a guru addresses, please understand Vedanta education is one to one. We may have a collective class, so many of us sitting together, but the education is one to one. The revelation is one to one. The revelation is to each one individually, though all of us may sit together. Because the understanding is different. The prarabdha, the backgrounds are different. Each one of us is different. And let's not brand ourselves by things like Papa Yoni and things. There's absolutely no Papa Yoni. If you have come to you, there is nothing called Papa Yoni. There is a lower Yoni. And it is referred to as Papa Yoni for a different, not it is, there is no word called sinful and things like that in our Vedantic terminology. There is nothing called sinful. There is a Papa. Papa Yoni means it's a lower form. In the lower form, one cannot appreciate Vedanta. Even in the human form, there are some people, there are some, they just don't have any idea of Vedanta. He'll stare at you open mouth and sit, then after you go away, he'll say, Kya bhakta hai yaar ye? He will add in Hindi, ye to bina piye bhakta hai. I talk only when I'm drunk, but this fellow talks, drunk, he talks rubbish even after, without drinking. People just cannot work, this doesn't work at all. Therefore, each one of us is different. And having studied 11 chapters, that means we are fairly gifted and punyatmas. Only then you can come even up to chapter 11. Otherwise, many would have given up halfway. Why halfway? Even in the first chapter, after the story part is over, people would have given up. So he says, nobody like you. And lokatraye pratima prabhava. So you are the one who has sustained. Yeah. Apratima prabhava. Whose power is unmatched. Ishvara, who can match you? Who can match you? So from that we go into verse number 44. It's very beautiful verse. Yes. Tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam. Tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam. Prasadaye tvamaham. Ishamidhyam. Prasadaye tvamaham. Ishamidhyam. Piteva putrasya sakheva sakyuhu. Priya प्रियप्रियार्हसि देव सोढुम् पितेव पुत्रस्य सखेव सख्युः प्रियप्रियार्हसि देव सोढुम् से तस्मात् therefore pranamya I am saluting pranidhaya kayam I am prostrating in front of you kaya pranidhaya I am falling flat in front of you. Every time you do namaskara to somebody, you know what happens? So much of ego goes away from you. So much of ego goes. That's all the bhakti man, all the people who do bhakti prachar, they say. Each time you do namaskara, so much of ego leaves you. It's also good, you lose some fat around your waist and things like that. But apart from that, every time you fall flat, ego leaves you. So he said, Pranidhaya Kayam. Why Pranidhaya Kayam? Because in the earlier verses, okay, Aham Prasadaye, I am propitiating you. Okay. Why does he do Namaskara and why does he feel I have to propitiate? Because in the earliest verses he said, Hey Krishna, I took you too lightly. I didn't realize that you are not just a teacher, you are Ishvara, who has manifest himself as my teacher, as my friend. You have manifest yourself. I understood it only today. And in the past, I have treated you a little casually. Okay, like, I calling, instead of calling up, I call him tu. Then in one of the earlier vices, I told him, Krishna, you are confusing, man. Ek cheez bolo. Tell me one thing which is good for me. Don't try to confuse me. So I've talked to him like that. And even in the days before all this, when we were friends, when we were, we are related also to each other. Because Kunti is Krishna's Bua, father's sister. Therefore, we are related to each other. We are of the same age. So we have had fun. I've taken away your food. Like it happens in school. Now, when you to steal the tiffin from your friend and things like that. It happened. Things like that have happened. He said, therefore, I understand the gravity of the situation. I have talked to understand you as as a teacher, as what you really are only now. Therefore, I do pranidhayam. I have fallen at your feet, and I propitiate you. I want you to forgive me. How to forgive? He gives three examples, beautiful examples. Okay. What are the three examples? Idyam Isham. Oh, adorable Lord. Idya. Dakshinamurtim. Ide. I don't know. Hey, Ida means, oh, adorable Dakshinamurti. Hey, Krishna, Ide. You are such an adorable person. See, it is not just, Ida is a lovely word. You adore Krishna. You adore him. Hey, Ishvara, you adorable Ishvara. Okay. Idyam Isham. Deva, O Lord. Okay. Arhasi Sodum. You should forgive my mistakes because I am eligible to be forgiven. It happens. There are some very people with whom we are very close. We have a lot of enjoy a lot of closeness. And in a moment of anger or in a moment of things like that, we say so many things. Okay? Do you feel at the first available opportunity, you say things because everything seems to go to your head. Then the water recedes. And you are suddenly conscious of the fact that you said so many things which are not in order. Do you feel like saying, forgive me? When you say you forgive me, that means there is a beautiful relationship between you and the person. And the relationships are counted here. Okay? One. Arihasi Sodum. I deserve it, He says, I deserve it. I deserve to be forgiven because you are something special to me. It is always a fact that you are someone special to me. But suppose I add saying, I am also someone special to you. If you alone are special, that's a different ball game altogether. But I say, I am also special to you. So therefore, I deserve to be forgiven, Krishna. And what are the relationship? Yes. Iva, pita iva, putrasya. You know something? No father will ever curse his child. No father. No father will ever curse his child. Because the relationship is something unique. I become a grown-up person. I became somebody only first when they say, when the child is born, the first one is born, the father he doesn't know how to even react. When he stretches his arm, the child holds on to the finger. The relationship changes. They say, a small did not even know what to do, gripped my finger and my life changed. And that child, that relationship stays. And that relationship stays. And whatever the son does, the father is forgiving. Even if he is a Duryodhana type of villain, the father is forgiving. The father only says, he says, Duryo, I am helpless, Krishna. At one point of time. And if you see, I saw it, I heard it in the Mahabharata serial. I don't know whether it was a part of Mahabharata. Dhritarashtra tells Duryodhana, he is not listening. Why don't you behave like a grown-up? Give him everything and go away. वो सुनता नहीं है यार तुम तो सुनोगे. Give him everything and go away. Like we say, when your father or a parent says this to the one child, he is young, he doesn't understand. Give it to him. Much later, he will tell the younger one, he is older, give it to him. That, Pita putrasya. The relationship is so unique that he says, forgive me, like a pita would forgive his putra. Then, another beautiful relationship, putrasya. Then he says, sakyuhu, of the friends. Sakha. See, the Sakha word is something very, very beautiful. A friend. Whatever the friend does, I will not betray him. A Karna. He knows. He's been told that you are the eldest of the Pandavas and all you have to do is own up. Simply announce to the world that you are the eldest. The Yudhishthira will stop fighting and give you the entire Rajya. Come to my side. Karna says, no, I would prefer to die, but I will not come to your side. Friendship. Like a Karna, Duryodhana friendship, like a Krishna, Arjuna friendship. There are so many things Arjuna did without even consulting Krishna. Krishna says, you didn't consult me, did you? But never mind, I stand by you. Sakyu. Okay. Then comes another beautiful relationship. He says, Priyaya. Like the affection of two people who are in deep love. Okay, in some places this is translated as husband-wife relationship. Okay, that has come later. They wanted to translate, and maybe it is so. I don't know. Priyaya. When two people are so deeply in love that whatever happens, one forgives the other. One forgives the other. Priyaya. So he gives three pairs. He says Putra, Pita, Putrasya, Sakyuyuhu, Priyaya. Like the affection, I enjoy a special relationship with you. I am your friend. And you see all different forms of relationships. In these relationships, what happens is forgiving is very, very important. And therefore he says, please don't take it to a heart that what happened, called you like this, I called you like this. At one point of time, I didn't trust you. I said, why are you asking me to kill people? My own people, Puja, Arha, Bhishma and Drona. I told you, Krishna, you are as though preaching and confusing me. So please forgive me. Now let's see what 40. So then he says, Adrishta purvam apurvam drishtosmi drishtva bhayena cha pravyatitam mano me tadeva me darshaya deva rupam prasida devesha jagannivasa. Once more. Adrishta purvam drishtosmi drishtva bhayena cha pravyatitam mano me tadeva me darshaya deva rupam prasida devesha jagannivasa. So he says, Drishtva, I asked for it. So first Krishna said, you asked for it. Now Arjuna says, I asked. See, it's very difficult. You ask for it. You may be terrified with what I'm going to show you. So now Arjuna says, yes, yes. I asked for it. Okay. Adrishta Purvam. Nobody has seen the Vishwarupa like I have been able to see it. Adrishta Purvam. Drishtva. Having seen something which hitherto nobody has got to see. Asmi Harshita. I am delighted because you had shown me something which I have never got so far. But cha me manaha pravyatitam bhayena. I am also afflicted by fear. Having seen something which nobody has ever seen before, while I am delighted on one side, I am also affected by fear. This Krishna I have only seen in the pleasant side. Very often it happens. You ask somebody, hey, show me your ugly underbelly. So if you see the ugly underbelly, on the one side, you are very delighted that this person has told me everything without holding back. But you are also You're also what are you afraid of? Is he like this? What if he is worse? What he has not shown me then something worse? Okay. So I've seen you so totally that I'm delighted, no doubt, which nobody has been able to see. I'm delighted because you have given me the privilege. I am also a little rattled, okay, afflicted. Hyena, I am afraid. So, what are the things to fear? You are seeing a total Krishna into which the whole world is getting dissolved. Everything is getting crushed. When I say everything, I am in one of the trucks, it's getting crushed. I don't know, see, Durga Puja has come. On the Visarjan day, after Vijayadashmi, the next day they will do Visarjan. You should do community puja in a large scale. Okay, you should go to Kolkata. If you are lucky enough to go to Kolkata during the Visarjan day, you should see all the great Durga images and that which attracted big crowds are all lined up in front of the Hooghly River. There, the images are taken into a boat, and in the middle of the Ganga, they are put into the Ganga, and slowly it dissolves and goes. So, the smallest of Durga to the biggest of Durga, they are all in queue. It happens, you call somebody, you are in queue. You are in queue. So you are scared because you are in queue. There's a nice song, na? कुछ तो आकर चले गए, कुछ जाने को तैयार. All of us are in queue. The problem is, you and I don't know whose turn is next. We have never, luckily, the system provides. That's also Ishwara's order that you don't appreciate, you are not aware of this fact daily. It's pushed into the unconscious. If only every day you woke up saying, perhaps this is my last day, your life would be so different, Even a fellow who's been told that today we are going to switch off the ventilator hopes he will live for some more time. So, that's why bhaya, because I am in queue. You have given me a vision of something which nobody has got. That aspect I am thrilled. I am terrified on the other aspect, which shows I am in queue. So he says, hey Deva, oh Lord, show me tad rupam eva Devesha. Show me that rupam, O Devesha, O God of gods, Jagan Nivasaha, on whom the entire Srishti rests. Prasida, show me your pleasant form. May I see the version of Krishna which I already know. I asked you for a Krishna, you showed me a version, different versions of Krishna. While I am delighted at seeing all of them, but I am also scared. So please show me that version which is pleasant. Very often it happens, when the child makes a mistake and you glare at the child. The child will keep, he will keep catching you, try to have eye contact. And say, why don't you smile? I said, sorry, The child will want to make you smile. Not just Pita Putra, even friend. These days in WhatsApp, you send a message. You see a blue tick, but no reply comes. No, you are worried. But I said, sorry, why haven't you replied to me? So show me your pleasant side. I have seen your angry side. Show me your pleasant side. That's what is. Okay. And what is the pleasant side he wants to see? So if you want to see Krishna's pleasant side, chant this. Okay. Kiritinam gadinam chakrahastam ichhamitvam drashtumaham tathaiva tenaiva rupena chaturbhujena sahasrabahu bhava vishwamurte. So I want to see the pleasant side. And what is the pleasant side which I have known hitherto? What I have known so far? Aham ichhami, I wish. Drishtum tvam, I would like to see you. Tatha eva, in the same form as before. And what was the form I saw you? Kirita. You had a kirita. You had a gada in your hand. Chakra. You had a chakra in your hand. And you had 1,000 arms, but they were not scary looking. Okay, the 1,000 arms were in the background. Okay. Sahasra Baho Vishwamurte. I saw you in an universal form. Okay. Please appear in front of me. Tena eva, in that very form. Chaturbhujena Rupena. Come with your four arms. Then he invoked Krishna. He saw Krishna in a huge form as the entire Srishti. Clouds, stars, constellations, planets, animals, war, how the war is going to end, what's going to happen after so many years, everything he could see in one place. It was just overwhelming. He said, I want to see a form, in a form to which I can relate. There is something very important here. As a bhakti at the primary stage, see, just because I've gone to advanced stage, I can't say I don't need the primary stage anymore. Let's understand, there are a lot of people who say, now I have gone to advanced stage, I don't need Ekarupa Ishvara. False. Bluffing around. Not, have no idea what is full, what is Vishwarupa Ishvara, what is single Ekarupa Ishvara. We are playing roles. Roles are under pressure when the script is not in your favor. When the script is not in your favor and you are under pressure, you need an Ekarupa Ishvara to whom you can relate, to talk to. Then you are in a, you are in a, you are ready for inquiry, jigyasa. You are a jigyasu. Then you need the Vishwarupa Ishvara. And as you are getting confused, you need to fall back to Ekarupa Ishvara, hold on properly, and then go. It is not that you get down there and play like a 2020. I mean, even in 2020, when you hit two sixes, the fellow says, calm down. You have hit two, the over average is maintained. Let's play perhaps the next ball a little calmly. So, give me the form to which I can relate to. I cannot relate to a Vishwarupa Ishwara. I can appreciate the laws. I can appreciate the order. I'm having, I'm awe-inspired by the functioning of the order. But when I am confronted with transactional reality, I need a certain form to which I can relate to. So please give me that form because there is a functional reality involved. That's verse number. Okay, we'll see. Next one is the Bhagavan Vacha. We'll just read this and we'll see it in detail in the next. Maya prasannena tavarjunedam rupam रूपम परमम रूपम परम दर्शिममात्मयोगात् तेजोमयं विश्वमनन्तमाद्यं यन्मे त्वदन्ये न दृष्टपूर्वम्. So I'm very happy with. I'll just give you the word meaning. We'll see in detail next week. Okay? So Bhagavan Vacha, Bhagavan says, he says, come to me in one form. So please understand this. If you are able to invoke Ishvara in Ekarupa form, Ishvara replies. You should just have the confidence. You should just have the trust. Invoke and you will have reply. Invoke. Learn to invoke from your heart replies. And what does he say? See Bhagavan Vacha, hey Arjuna, Atma Yoga, by my power, idam param rupam darshitam tava, I showed you. Maya prasannena, by me, you are pleased now. I showed it to you, okay? Yadme, you are pleased, you are able to see the total form of mind, the radiant total form of mind, the universal total form of mind, the limitless uniform, the form of mind, that which is the beginning, endless form you could see, which has hitherto not been seen by anyone other than you. He says, you have been fortunate. Why? Because of bhakti. Call Ishvara and he says, he speaks to you and he says, you have been able to see. You will see the next, this one and 48 in the coming days. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahisha Gobrahmanebhya shubhamastu nityam. Loka samasta skino bhavantu. Kale varshatu parjanyah. Prithvi sasya shalinim. Desho yam chobarahitah. Brahmana santu nirbhaya. Sarve bhavantu skinah. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Asato ma sadgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma amritangamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamujat Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Shri Guru Bhyo Namah Hari सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय, सब संतों की जय हो, बजरंग बली की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय. As Hindus, I won't call you Hindus, as people who are Sanatani, who have a Vaidika Parampara, please call out to Ishvara twice a day. Sunrise at sunset. Call out. Call out loudly. You're all bhaktas. And if you're at that point of time somewhere traveling, nothing will happen. You may be traveling in a place that nobody can say, Hey Krishna, Mari Jai Ho. Good enough. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna, Tumari Jai Ho. Good enough. Because Bhagavan responds to every call. Let's remember this. I want to tell you a story, a simple story. Remember this. You are traveling by train. Your train stops at a station and it's early morning. You lift, those Gandhi class, second class on AC. Now everybody comes to your seat. You lift the window and then there's a fellow saying, chai, 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 and he goes on the streets there, on the platform. You call out to him, chai. You have to tell him, chai do. He will pour and say, no, sir. In the same way, when you call out to Ishvara, in Ekarupa Ishvara, okay? Not to Vishwarupa Ishvara. Call out to Ishvara in the form in which you can relate. Ekarupa Ishvara. You don't have to ask for anything. Ishvara will give. And what is that Ishvara gives? He gives you a sense of abundance. He gives you buddhi. Buddhi that will lead you into inquiry. He will give you Atma Bala. He will give you what you need, what you deserve, not necessarily what you desire. Chapter 11 drives us to this Ishvara Bhakti. So let's not forget to call out Ishvara at least twice a day. You call out more often, fine. But at least twice. At sunrise and at sunset. At bedtime also if you like. But at least twice a day. Sunrise, sunset. Jai Shri Krishna. Om. We'll meet again Monday next. And our meditation classes starts tomorrow, 6:30. Oh.
Thank you so much, Baba.
Oh.
Thank you, sir.
Oh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.